In 2025, Slingshot has once again made some minor updates to the Slingwing V6. For the front loop, we now have a molded handle that's large enough to perform a pass with both hands. It's also stiff enough to allow you to control the wing well. The ovalized bar, which is designed as a pistol grip in the front section, has also remained. The quick-release tool-free system has already proven itself very well over the past year. However, the option for handles has been removed. Valves for inflation and deflation are now operated with two modern SUP valves. This means the front tube and the center strut are inflated and deflated separately. The frame of the front tube and center strut is made from a high-strength Dacron material with rectangular reinforcement from polyester threads. The front tube is sealed with a simple Kedder seam, which is doubled from the inside and simply stitched. A quadruple ripstop material is used as the wing fabric, extending to the middle section of the profile. After that, the whole thing transitions into an even stronger double ripstop material, which now covers a larger, more extensive area in this model. Compared to the previous model, we now have slightly larger windows, and thanks to the new panel layout, there is now an additional seam running through the window as well. The trailing edge is simply hemmed here, and in addition, we have two battens on each side to minimize fluttering of the trailing edge. The diameter of the front tube as well as the profile depth and the outline have remained the same as far as we can measure. We still have a central infill panel, which is open at the front and back. The center strut is attached to the canopy with a single seam and is doubled and glued from the inside. Looking from tip to tip, the profile still only has a slight V shape. To prevent excessive wear, all critical points are reinforced with heavy Cordura material. And at the transition from the front tube to the canopy, there is an additional medium-width fabric strip for reinforcement. The Slingwing V6 is also a truly perfectly balanced wing, both from tip to tip and from the leading edge to the trailing edge. Accordingly, riding for longer periods in displacement mode is absolutely effortless. You can also immediately feel how stable this wing is when you pick it up. And only the slightly larger proportion of the somewhat stiffer material in the trailing edge provides a tiny nuance of even better lift when you pump across the entire surface. You still achieve the best possible results in the inactive state on a deeper downwind course. Otherwise, a variety of pumping techniques, from light, high-frequency pumping to gentle scooping, are absolutely optimal for getting up to speed as early as possible. Even in the current comparison with competitors, this wing is still among the best on the market. In addition to smooth and rapid acceleration, we also continue to achieve a good top speed here. All of this comes with minimal physical effort. The Slingwing V6 is really very easy to fly. It stabilizes itself in an optimally streamed position more or less on its own, so you really don't have to do much to control it. The sweet spot feels very wide, and the whole thing comes across as absolutely balanced and effortless. When it comes to maneuver handling, the truly excellent balance from tip to tip and from leading edge to trailing edge ensures consistently neutral behavior. The good positioning, meaning that the wing always brings itself back into the correct position thanks to its airflow, happens here intuitively and very easily. The previous model already had this feature as well, but the slightly higher tension in the material at the trailing edge now adds just a tiny bit more harmony. After maneuvers, the airflow reattaches quickly here, but in this area, for example, there's the duotone unit, where it happens even a bit faster. That's just a tiny detail, but in return, the overall handling and maneuverability here are a bit more playful and even more harmonious. With its good speed and absolutely even balance, it is a solid freestyle wing. It turns quickly enough for more complex tricks, even though it isn't specifically designed as a freestyle wing. Overall, it simply operates at a very high all-round level. It's nice that it also provides good lift and is forgiving during landings. As mentioned, thanks to the slightly higher tension of the trailing edge, you also get great feedback. You always have something to catch yourself with or to hold on to. All the positive descriptions we already use for the Slingwing V5 when handling the wing by the front handle in the waves apply just as much equally to the Slingshot V6. Even when you approach the wing, it has a long, floating trailing edge. A very, very nicely balanced behavior from tip to tip. And the drag against the wind, even when you pull the wing upwind on the wave, really stays absolutely within limits here, even though the front tube still isn't super thin yet. Of course, with one or another wing specifically designed for waves, you can get even better performance. But if you start from an all-round wing, then the performance of the Slingwing is really very good here, even in comparison. And the optimal function of the front handle is definitely worth mentioning again here. Well, what more can you say in conclusion? What was good is still good. And that's basically what came out of the comparison between the V5 and the V6 here. Nothing has been changed about the fundamental concept of an absolutely excellent all-round wing. They managed to reduce the weight by a tiny bit in some very small details. They also increased the tension on the trailing edge just a little bit. And all of this gives the new model a subtle touch of freshness compared to its predecessor. But it is important to emphasize that the already truly outstanding and exceptionally good all-round characteristics have, for all intents and purposes, simply remained completely unchanged in their essential form. So anyone who wants to add a new size to their portfolio of wings would have absolutely no problem integrating the new wing into their range from last year. There are still no limitations in terms of riding ability. For absolute beginners, the basic lift is so high that it helps them get up on the foil easily. It can be pumped efficiently once you already have the skill to do so actively. And we simply have a wing that doesn't act up in any way whatsoever. The workmanship is very good, the handlebar system is excellent, and it's very easy to swap out. That way, you can transport your wings in a very compact way and just have the handlebar separately available. All of this is available in the 5 square meter size for 1,129 euros. That simply continues to be a very good overall package for all areas of wing foiling and for a whole lot of fun.